4. Yo, chat, how is it going? Welcome back to another YouTube live stream. It's me, mrjayowhy. Hope you're having an awesome day. How are we doing on this Saturday evening? Or Sunday morning, depending where you are, I guess, suppose. How are we going? How are we doing, dudes? Right, so let's have a quick look at the Fortnite item shop. That's the Locker J. We got those things. We got Tyler the Creator. Decent. Simpsons. Psychics. Ooh. EVX is back in. Didn't get it originally when she came out, so actually that might be one to get. Mass Shadow, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I didn't ever notice a toy. Look at it. Does it? I mean, it has a little bit of physics, but not as much as I feel like it should have. Donut Girl, please stay in the shop. It's leaving today. It's leaving today. It's leaving today. Why do you like skin so much? I know. Rip. Coda mrjayowhy, you do right. Ah, it's over. The best skin in the update. I like the best skin in the season. What are you saying? What are we saying? It's just silly and funny looking. There's a proper Fortnite skin. It's food related. That's basically everything you need in a Fortnite skin. You don't need these. You don't need these superstars, these football players, these icon series. You just need a donut and some fruit. That's all you need, chat. That's all you need. Right, we got some things to do today. Gonna play a couple games, and then I want to react to a video, so I feel like that's what we're gonna do. Is that 311,000 people currently playing Fortnite? Did I see? Just playing Battle Royale. Sorry, not playing Fortnite. Playing main BR, the Simpsons season, which apparently is trash. I heard a few people talk about it on Twitter, which is actually insane. But that's just people's opinions, and people will have different opinions to your people. So yeah. It is what it is, chat. It is what it is. Chat, if you're enjoying the stream now, make sure to hit the like button. Did I set the stream to mod only? No, I felt I've loaded quite a lot, so I should have probably notified the Discord. Rip! Ooh. 160. Shame I'm actually so bad with this gun. If I was a little bit better, it'd be sick. Oh my god. No way. No way. No shot, that's dead shot. Is that his name? Tag everyone in Discord. I can't be bothered. I'm in game now. I have to do it after this game. Everyone will spawn. They will actually on literally Suborn. Imagine they don't. Imagine I've just fallen off. Maybe I've fallen off, chat. It's been a good run, though. It's been a good run. It's been a good run, chat. Gabe, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. At everyone. Oh, you can just go to spawn item. Wait, no you can't. How close a barrier is, man. Typical, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Fluffy, how's it going? I am very high. Oh, we're doing chat. Is someone seriously shooting at me? Oh, what the hell? That's not fair. I mean, it's very fair. We're in a battle royale. Oh my god. Didn't even realise there's like a small, really tiny island here. Damn it. I saw a golden donut and then died. Wait, is there like a special rarity chance of Easter egg getting a golden donut? What? It's crazy if that's the case. Yeah, it's like a 0.00001% chance of a spawning. Yo, Jay, the end has been updated. One day, typical, one day. Well, no, you wasn't here, you left, but with that one stream where you were like, just see the trailer, I actually did see it at the end of the stream. I actually got the code and went back in chat, but you wasn't here, so it doesn't count, I suppose. Santry, how's it going? So, Jay, I also remember seeing in the trailer of the season, or some trailers, for it where the mecha monster... Oh, yeah, so it was the Simpsons. I don't know if that's just a tease. I don't know if that's a tease or just a homage. A home homage? I feel like they probably actually used that joke in the that's probably an episode. That's probably a name of an episode. Chat, look up. How is the end outdated? It's the same event. It's a 1-to-1, no? Right. Let's bounce. Okay, there's a little bit of a box over here. Let me land here. Okay. Ooh. Bro is lagging. Ah! Please, go easy on me. I'm just a noob. I'm a noob. Don't do any... don't do it. I'm sorry. I'm trash. I'm actually trash at this game. What is he doing? Ophi. What was what about? Wait, what happened there? The metaverse monster that should be in here, that'd be I guess they could come. What the hell? What's occurring? Okay, I've never used that gun before. I didn't realise I had to hold it down. Why did I not take? What? What? What's my opinion on the Mario movie trailer? Oh, trash, never beat the game. Yeah, it looks good. It looks interesting. Well, no, when I saw the end of it, I did think, well, that's chapter 3, season 4. I'm not gonna say that. Animation character looks gorgeous, but yeah, you do you. I don't know if I actually watched the trailer on the stream. I can't remember. Did we? Oh, sorry. The other one. A week ago. Hello there. Hello. Hello there. Right, cool. We've made it. Top 15 situation. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that like button. Big subscribe button is somewhere around there. You can hit that and become a subscriber for free. It's YouTube. It's sometimes free. Right. Okay. Oops. Not bad. Oh, it would be so cool if Fortnite made a 2-hour-long story campaign in November. That would be crazy. That would be a crazy drop. Ow! What is happening? This guy can just hit me. Oh, it gets hot. That's pretty cool animation. Okay, that's ridiculously strong. That is so strong, chat. It's very effective. Okay, sweet. The whole people getting to play early. Clint's just done a video on that. I'm going to watch that in a bit, see what his opinion is. I've got a sneaky suspicion of his opinion, but we wait and see. Oh. I want to get the ones that slide down the hit mountain. Not mean to do that. I did not see him there, bro. What the hell? Why did he start attacking me? He was that weak. What the hell? Didn't think that one through, did he? Can I build? Hello? Still don't actually know where this guy is. not too sure actually. Where'd he go? Oh, and there he is. I think. Okay, I didn't reach that far. Good to know, good to know. They both die here. What the hell? Or was the NPC one that died? And that's twice. What? Let's take that. Alright, we ran into this person before. They're a slippery one. Break the right donut. Why? Springfield out. Minis? Yes. Oh, 3 people remain. GG's, bro. GG's. Oh my god, is he hacking? He shot me out of the sky. What the hell? Oh, it's not that. It's not that. Skin that we've literally seen the whole entire game. Doggy, move. Damn it. Bro, calm down. How do I win that? Wait. Wait, how do I win that? How do I win that? I guess effectively you can still hit the gun when you're being electrocuted. That actually makes sense. Fair enough, I suppose. W's chat. W's, right. Oh my god. Oh my god, is that Clen coming up when you actually type in Clen? He actually might be famous.
to many YouTube channels. So,
okay, right, chat, right. We're going to be reacting to a new Clan video, I suppose. What is it called? What is it called? Does creator early access ruin Fortnite? Okay, I think that's a bit of a crazy title.
so a lot of people are upset about creators specifically getting early access to new seasons and chapters in Fortnite now. And guys, we will walk through it all, okay? Ultimately, I don't personally like this entire thing, but there is something that I do want
to... Cool. I feel like he had a different stance when it was Springfield. When it was just a Springfield season, I feel like he had a different
bring
stance.
up before we dive deeper into the conversation. It's something a lot of people need to hear, so we'll expand upon it. Hold your angry comments for just 1 second, okay? I know for a fact 99% of you watching this video would completely 100% change your tune in the snap of a finger if you were invited to Epic Games HQ to try out a Fortnite new chapter. Not only that, but gain...
What? Wait, what happened there? Do you have to add that in afterwards?
This video would completely 100% change your tune in the snap of a finger if you were invited to Epic Games HQ to try out a Fortnite new chapter. Not only that, but gain the ability to create content on Fortnite that very few people have access to. We are going to expand on that and discuss this entire thing, okay? With, of course, we are also going to be getting...
I mean, yeah, well, yeah, but you also have to say that we just shouldn't be doing this anyway. Yeah, if the creators ask because that's what they're doing, then 99% then will go, oh yeah, well, yeah. But I feel like it shouldn't even be an option anyway.
Community opinion.
Okay, Fortnite. Fortnite. You're going to have to, like, I don't know, not be doing that.
On everything as well, but before that, I do want to say hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's talk some more about the situation. It definitely, guys, is a very touchy subject about this entire thing, especially that we have news right now with Blordson saying that Chapter 7's coming. Oh boy. Now, a lot of people are going to be upset. A lot of people are upset. So, this, guys, has been something that I've been wanting to talk about for a few weeks, but as you might know, more Fortnite community news and just Fortnite news in general kept, like, popping up.
Well, just do more videos, Clint. Don't see the issue.
Everywhere. So this video kind of got put on the back burner. Today, I want to talk about the idea of creators getting to play new seasons, and especially now that we know that this will end up including chapters. Like, I have like a brand new piece.
Oh no, I didn't like even the Simpsons one. I just thought Clen had a different stance for the Simpson one, and most people did. And well, at least it's not a chapter one.
Piece of news happens to be with Borston over here. There are a lot of people that are angry and upset about it. Is this fair for everyone? We'll answer that as well. But guys, what makes this thing, like, it is a little bit weird to talk about too, because this isn't like some new specific thing for Fortnite that Tim Sweeney cooked up to make things.
Well, no, it is. I would argue it is new. Yeah, it's probably about to say that other games do this, but Fortnite's never. Apart from last season, but there might be one other thing that I'm forgetting. It never needed to do this. It's one of the biggest games in the world. Like, come on, they don't need it. Why is chat so big, by the way? They don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it.
It's unfair for everyone. You're seeing a lot of Tim Sweeney hate over this. Things like this happen in like it's not just in things like Fortnite. It's not just games. Like, early access is given out all of the time, especially when companies would like to advertise something. But it's a little bit like besides the point. It's just like not exclusive to Fortnite. So obviously though, as I said, Epic did this like fancy new thing with the Simpsons season.
Did you say non-exclusive? No.
And invited a bunch of high-status Fortnite creators to try out the new season before its actual release. Nobody was sure whether or not this was going to be a one-time thing prior to the season actually being launched.
I knew it was going to be a one-time thing. Let me hear, if you hear the Simpsons video, I was like, they better not do it with Chapter 7, even though I think they are.
For something like, because it could have been something like a collaboration season, but now that we have word that there's going to be early access to not only the next season, but an entirely new chapter launch, if Epic is doing this for a brand new chapter, I think it's probably safe to say that this is going to be the new normal moving forward. Is it fair? That's the big question, and it's an interesting one.
No, well, is that the question? I don't think the question should be, is it fair? the question. Well, okay, there is some, I guess, some underlining point that it is unfair that people won't play the season first, and the first experience of that season will probably just be watching it from the creator. But more to the point is that, like, is it like, okay, maybe there is a lot of underlining point. Is it fair? But I don't think that's the main question. Is it, or is it the main question? Maybe it is the main question. It seems like it's just a lot of people going, well, I hate this because I don't get to play it first. But that is the point. But I wouldn't argue it's like fair. That's not the point. It's just stupid. A game that's never needed to early access any season. We've already had a conversation about all games do this. Fortnite's never done it. Fortnite doesn't need to do it. But actually, not all. I wouldn't argue all games do it. But Fortnite's never needed to do it. Why does Fortnite need to do it? People would have played the Simpsons season no matter what. And it's just not necessary. It's honestly just not necessary.
Okay? On one hand, I understand people not liking the special treatment, but I do lean on the side of this being fair.
I feel like I'm not looking. Okay, I guess if I'm saying they shouldn't play it, I guess some part of it is like, well, it's not fair because and the special treatment. But I feel like that's not the angle I'm going for. I just think, why should they give early access? Because it just, like, the first time experiencing Fortnite should be on release day, on update day, watching your favorite creator or doing this, or you go with your mates. It shouldn't be 2 weeks before the season begins, or there's no guarantee if it will come out for the 19th. It might come out like a day before, to be fair. But there's no need to release the season like that. Like, I just don't see the point. I don't get it. If it's meant to build up hype, why? I get their game was a lower pay account, but that's not the cause they didn't hype up the Simpsons season. Yet the hype argument doesn't really make sense either. Because if he was going to play I don't know. That's just not how I'm wired. I'm not going to watch someone play a game that I already play and go, oh, I want to play it more. And I feel like, I guess that's why they're doing it, for people who don't play the game and go, wow, that's amazing, let me play the game. So when the season kicks off on update day, they can draw as many numbers in. That's where the peak numbers are going to be. Regardless of how good the season is, that's where the peak numbers are going to be. So the more people they can get on the game that first day, boom. But most of the time, it's always been like, okay, I'm not going to play the season because of this. And maybe you do see some content later down the line and go, well, I want to play. But that, they're just trying to get everyone, I guess, on the first day so they can improve play or make hyperinflate player numbers. That's the only reason why I think they're doing this. Because otherwise, it doesn't really make much sense. Oh, we've got the same issue where someone's chat's not coming out. I've just looked and so I can't see this Alex's guy comments. Apologies, Alex. Oh wait, no, I still can't see it. What is he saying? I think it's a good idea, but they have to post their video a day or hours before the new season. Yeah, I feel like that's what they should have done with the Simpsons season. Why do we have this issue again with hold on, wait a minute. I might be able to do something. Okay, now I can't see any of chat. I didn't fix it, I made it worse. See, so on YouTube, it defaults to top chat, and usually I've never noticed a difference between top chat and live chat. Never usually a difference, but at the moment it has been quite a slight different. I don't get it. Anyway, now I can see you. Sorry, Alex. Apologies. Anyway, yeah. Well, let's continue.
Because the people chosen for this opportunity, they have status themselves. Status that they've created with years of hard work and dedication.
Oh, I knew he was going to take this. I just knew he was going to take this freaking path. I just knew it. I just knew it.
Into Fortnite content. If Epic...
My name was... Oh, so it could still be... Because there was another person, I had an inkling that their chat also wasn't appearing on top chat because of their name.
wants to choose those people with their millions of views and status, I don't really think there's anything wrong with that. But it's important to know...
There's nothing wrong, in general, for a game to have early access. Call of Duty does it all the time. You can see some things. To be fair, no, Call of Duty Zombies will never release Easter eggs until the day after the full release, so they know everyone's had a chance to play because they don't want people to be spoiled on the Easter eggs. So they usually patch the Easter eggs like a day afterwards. Because I was watching a load of that content yesterday. Even though I don't play Call of Duty, I like watching Easter eggs for Zombies and them trying to work out what angle they have to go at this thing at, because then it goes into the next thing. Whatever. But I get that, but Fortnite's never had to do it. Look, if Fortnite started doing this from the beginning, it would be ingrained in us and it wouldn't be a difference. But what is ingrained with us is the fact that we hear about a season. We talk about leaks all the time. Leaks is kind of it's a weird argument because we will look at leaks all day, but it's very different trying to take 6 or 7 leaks and then trying to compile them together and come with some sort of vision in your head. That's a lot of there's still a lot to the imagination. What isn't a lot to the imagination is just seeing someone play the game. Like, literally, I feel like the first video I saw, because, I'm a content creator, I'm going to have someone come into chat and go, oh my god, did you see someone play the new Lego season? So I thought, okay, I'll watch a few. And then I just was like, I can't physically play the game. I can't do anything. I'm like, it's obviously not for reoccurring players. This is what annoys me. Like, yeah, Fortnite wants to grab new players, I get it. But for us reoccurring players, it feels like it's a bit of a diss. Maybe that's the wrong word, but I can't think of any other word at the point. It does feel like a bit of a diss. You know what I mean? For me, it's good marketing. Okay, 2 weeks before, yes, dumb, but casual people not see leak. Fortnite needs to market it better. Simpsons season is too much. See, I get the argument. I do get it. But at the same time, I'm just like, let the season speak for itself when it's live. You're just pulling people in the game that may not stay, and you inflate the numbers for the first couple of days, whatever. But what should happen is what I've been saying when the numbers wasn't so good for Fortnite a few months ago, or maybe even a month ago. Like I was saying, I wouldn't be surprised if the numbers dipped out under 600,000. So when we went under 1 million for the first time since records began, sound like a weather reporter. I wouldn't be surprised if they went under 600,000, and I feel like that's kind of natural because the game is on a downward spiral. What I wouldn't want Fortnite to try and do is try and like orchestrate something like a big collab or new game mode to try and pull it. I just want them to do the basics, prove it in their seasons, prove it in their updates, and I feel like this chapter, unfairly, I feel like they have been doing that, but numbers weren't going up. But obviously, couple of good seasons we've had, couple of good stories, I guess, in to a degree, events, kind of cooking, whatever. That number has started peaking up, and with the Simpsons season, it has peaked up, even though people hate collabs apparently. But I feel like that's an okay progress. What you don't want to do is try and like go, okay, we're adding everything back to the game. We're doing chapter 1, which they kind of did do, to be fair. But if say if it was like chapter 2, season 6, and people were panicking and just thought, you know what, we throw chapter 1 back and then get 10 million players in the game. It's like that's not going to help in the long run. So rather than do things more methodically and carefully, and just rely on the game itself. And getting back to my point, so I went a bit all over the house there, but essentially, let them release chapter 7 and go, and for people not playing the game will then see content anyway, because I get the point. That's because that's who they're trying to think, and go, wow, this actually looks pretty cool. So the only reason they want to do it early is to get the numbers high for the first couple of days of the season.
I do completely understand where everybody's coming from who don't like this, okay? But at the same time, you have to acknowledge it's Epic's game. They can do what they want, and you're not entitled to play. And before you say it, like, no, just because you spent money doesn't mean that you have a say and doesn't mean that you should be getting early access.
That's not even what I don't think that's what anyone's arguing. So I know, obviously, because of what people are saying, that's going to be like because if it was you, you would play it, you know, maybe. But I don't like flying, so unless it's going to be in the UK, I'm not flying 12 hours to the States. So you got to be kidding me. But honestly, I don't know. I feel like I would stick to my guns and just say, look, I don't agree with how you're advertising the season. Like, okay, I might play this season, but then I wouldn't release the content on it until after. So that's probably what I would do. Because what's the point? But then everyone's going to release content early whenever Epic allows them to anyway. So it is what it is. But yeah, everyone's going to get into this argument saying, oh, you're not entitled. I don't care. I don't really want to play the season early. I want to play it with you guys. I want your experience to go, oh, I'm really enjoying this bit of the season, and we can have a conversation about it. Because, you know, most of my content's commentary, so it wouldn't make sense for me to talk about something that no one else has done. Does it? Because people... It's like I watch a lot of movie reaction content. And the reason why you do that is because you've watched a movie and you've watched this moment in the movie and you're going, wow, what the hell? That's crazy. I can't believe that happened. He's back. Oh my God. It's, you know, Sloane. That's actually a good example. The trailer for Chapter 3, Season 4, when Sloane came back. Or, sorry, maybe the season before. Oh my God, she's back. No way, that's crazy. And then you go to other YouTubers to watch their reaction. Oh, actually, this might actually support the whole playing it early thing. But everyone's experiencing it together live. So you're not seeing the creator do it. But anyway, it dropped at the Game Awards. I like them doing stuff like, oh my God, Fortnite. Stop. And then you watch other creators, and then you watch the ones that don't know anything that's going on and go, oh, okay. And you're like, how? Sloane's back. What are you doing? And then you go to another creator, and they're also like, oh my God, I'm gassed. You know, it's like experiencing it together, which obviously, what they're doing here, I don't feel like the community experienced it together as a disconnect. But I don't mind leaks. I don't mind leaks. Because it's very hard to compile them together and imagine them all working in like a tandem. Yeah. So, but that's my opinion of it. I feel like experiencing it all together, the reactions, the thing, that. It is what it is.
But anyways, like, my overall point is that we would all love this opportunity, especially as creators. And I want to talk a little bit actually like about the creator response to this as well, because another massive talking point that I've seen has been something to the extent of like, well, these people, they have an advantage. It isn't fair that these creators get to make content that we don't. Something along those lines. Life's tough, okay? And I get it, guys. I would kill to be part of this opportunity. Do you know how helpful, like, early access views could be for somebody?
Yeah, but that is still something to talk. I said that in my last video. Like, I don't care if they got early access, but then it's something you have to actually confront and talk about because you have to compete with said views. How many times have you seen a creator upload a video from the prior season and gone, even though it's like, you could watch a video on the first day of the season and the last day of the season, and for it to be 2 months apart, and you'd be like, oh, yeah, this is kind of, you know, up to date. But you watch a gameplay from the day before and the day afterwards, where it's 2 different seasons, you're like, yeah, why has he uploaded this? So that's something as a creator you have to take on board, or you're just not going to compete. So it is an unfair advantage. If like that's just is what it is. You can't avoid that. You can't try and cover it up like saying you're just jealous. No, it is an advantage if you've got early access content. Like, I can't upload early access content, so I'm going to have to upload either talking about said early access content only after them, and then I don't know. It is what it is.
Like me, it could be life-changing. It could be like, it could massively boost the trajectory of my entire channel. But I'm not at that level yet. I intend to be one day, and I will continuously work harder and harder and harder around Fortnite content on YouTube as a creator until that opportunity arises. By the way, Epic Games, I'm here. I'm never leaving Fortnite content like you see with a lot of these guys. I'm never leaving the game. I'll be here, and I can already hear, guys, I can already hear the shill and the glaze comments you're writing. Guys, I just live in reality, okay? Life's tough. Life isn't fair. Get over it. And I would even argue more so, like, it's more fair that these people are getting special treatment for Epic. They've worked a hell of a lot harder than a lot of us for years, in most cases. And, like, they are in return helping Epic Games with advertising.
Yeah, but not if half of the community just doesn't want that said advertising and just wants to play the game with everyone else on the launch day of the season. That's why you have launch season. That's why you have launch days. Like, if the season... Well, then that's the point. If the season is done and dusted and numbers immediately drop for this season, why are we waiting until... I don't know. Sorry. Why are we waiting until November 29th? Why? Why? Season's just started now. You know what? Add it to the game now, and we play it alongside the Simpsons season. Helping them on something we didn't want in the first place. Yeah, like I haven't heard one person go, "Oh, I'm re-intrigued to see their content." Not one single person.
I know that you guys are probably going to comment that down below too, but I'm not like just a random shill or glazer for acknowledging this reality, okay? And for the creators that are flipping out about this online, if your success relies on just updates, while I totally respect your grind with all of my heart, it must be hard to consistently keep up with things, staying up late, waking up early, trying to beat everyone to the video. I get it. But if your success solely relies on that, it might unfortunately say something about you as a...
No, I couldn't care less, but I disagree with that point. You are giving them an unfair advantage. I'm not saying that's wrong. You have to at least point out. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong, but you have to at least point out, like, oh, like you if you start doing in real life content, Mr. Beast has an advantage, but that isn't an unfair advantage because he's worked for that. I wouldn't claim that as an unfair advantage. That's an advantage to have money. This is an unfair advantage because you're getting something that everyone could have in like 2 weeks' time. Oh yes, I am seeing your. I'm just talking, but we are seeing your messages now. The majority of them anyway.
Creator in most cases, okay? I understand that there are definitely exceptions to what I just said. For the vast majority of people, you should be able, or excuse me, creators, you should.
Laserbeam's top performing video is a live stream, and this is just opportunity. This is not really unfair, and this is but it was something he took advantage of. So Laserbeam complained. I actually watched a video because I was trying to find footage for the Unvaulting event, and unfortunately for many Australian creators, for whatever reason, their games massively just crashed. I think they were mostly in the same game. So Lachlan didn't have any footage. Laserbeam didn't have any footage. RIP. But karma, I guess not karma, but it would eventually come back to him and be rewarded for the device event. Now, for whatever reason, many creators completely just flopped out in that lobby. Even I was streaming it, I saw a bit of a spike. But yeah, that was a big issue, and Laserbeam was one of the only streamers that didn't manage to crash on. And his stream went from 100,000 viewers to 700,000 live concurrent viewers. Something ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe it was a bit less than that. Maybe it was 70,000 and 175. Anyway, it was stupid at the time because he was the only one there. So you take advantage in that situation. Yeah, that's unfair. But that is something to acknowledge, that the reason you got them views was because of that, and he doesn't acknowledge that. So it's the same here. You acknowledge that it's it's a advantage for these content creators and bigger content creators. And maybe they have, yeah, they've done well. They deserve to have the chance. But it is still an advantage. As a creator, if I'm not acknowledging that advantage, I am an idiot. I'm sorry, I am an idiot. You have to at least acknowledge. If you're trying to say, if I acknowledge it, I come across as, jealous or something. No, you have to at least acknowledge it. Because if you don't, then you're probably not going to make it. I would argue you're probably not going to make it as a creator.
Be able to maintain an audience on your own, and I believe that people do have more potential than they give themselves credit for. It's not just like news video, news video, news video. Just because you make content on views doesn't mean that Epic should bend over for you specifically. That's where you start leaning on the side of entitlement when it comes to this type of conversation. And guys, something else that I should have mentioned earlier is how creators, you should be able to maintain an audience on your own, and I believe that people do have more potential than they give themselves credit for. It's not just like news video, news video, news video. Just because you make content on views doesn't mean that Epic should bend over for you specifically. That's where you start leaning on the side of entitlement when it comes to this type of conversation.
Yeah, but you can look at it the other way around. And again, yes, they have desert. You can also look at it in terms of the Epic part of the program. And many creators get too late, Mass. I saw that, but yeah, you might be right about that. You could argue that for like the creators that get skins early. Well done, congratulations. But how many times do you get more views for live streaming from people going into your live streams going, "Oh my god, what the hell? When did you get? What? I haven't seen that skin come out. Crazy." You have to at least acknowledge that you can't compete with that. I don't know. Same here. You can't really compete with whatever. But I think there might be an argument to Ken is somewhat. I don't think he's misunderstanding it. I understand the position he's seen it from, but I feel like he's only seeing it from that said position. Peak Fortnite was Chapter 2. Some Peak Fortnite was Chapter 2. Rubik's, how's it going? I don't know, maybe I'm being over analysing this situation, but I just...
And guys, something else that I should have mentioned earlier is
how are we only 5 minutes into this video?
How distasteful people are being towards these creators who are getting the early access. I get, the thing is,
the trouble is, if he starts, you start segregating... Pause. If you start segregating the same people who are making valid points with the people who are just hating, I feel like that becomes difficult as well. It's like, well, yeah, no, they should be doing that, but doesn't think it.
I understand so much about what people are saying. Okay, I get that people are worried about these reactions to the new seasons and like how they might just be a little bit like fake glazing, people would say. But again, I do think that we're all being a little bit hypocritical.
What? I'm sorry, we're going to have to sit on that one. I need to go to the toilet because I'm old. What? What? What?
critical when I get the thing is, I understand so much about what people are saying, okay? I get that people are worried about these reactions to the new seasons and like how they might just be a little bit like fake glazing, people would say. But
Yeah, I've listened to that now twice. I don't get what he's saying there. What he should say is, I do get that it's kind of spoiling. Like, I love the new season. Which, I don't know, I guess by the time the Simpsons season came around, I'd kind of forgotten the whole early access thing, and I was sort of in the zone, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't know what he means by fake glaze. Is he saying the creators are getting glaze from Epic for getting the game early, or is he saying...
I understand so much about what people are saying, okay? I get that people are worried about these reactions to the new seasons and like how they might just be a little bit like fake glazing.
Oh, okay, sorry, okay, I get what he's saying. He's saying that the content creators will fake glaze because of... Well, that's actually a good point to bring up as well. Like, oh my god, I need to say that. In terms of like their opinions being... Yeah, so you could say, why would we want? I'd rather see freaking what's his name, Benji, talk rubbish about the game for 2 hours rather than this.
People would say, but again, I do think that we're all being a little bit hypocritical when speaking on this. If you were invited out to Epic HQ to try and make content for a brand new chapter in Fortnite, I guarantee you, pretty well everyone.
I feel like he's getting sucked into this whole hypocritical thing, which yeah, he might have a solid point. But then that shouldn't be an option on the table. That's what I'm saying. It should not be an option on the table. Maybe the entitlement is not for me. My entitlement is Fortnite. And that's probably the point. Fortnite doesn't need to do this. Fortnite should be entitled enough to not do this. Maybe that's the point. Fortnite or a better game. No, but Fortnite never needed to do this. Season launches is a universal enjoyment that most Fortnite players enjoy in that experience. I know some people in chat will say, I'm just popping in chat, Jay. I hope you're having a good stream on the first day of the season. It's been really enjoyable, but obviously I'm trying to avoid seeing anything more, so I'll see you later. As they type on their computer, so that's a really wide computer, or type on their phone. Oh, are we enjoying it, Jay? But I'm not staying. Bye. But now you have to wait you have to stop ducking and dive in 2 weeks. Yeah, so...
Under the sun would be talking about...
It's like having Mongrel playing the season early. He could not care less, but is pretending he cared for the sake of something. Yeah, you could argue that. Like, he talks about glazing, but then he talks about... Is it then become like a bit kiss-ass? Because... Like, half of these players have been completely miserable for the whole Chapter 5, can I just say, and at least for some parts of Chapter 6. And then we expect them to go, whoa, this is an amazing season. So, like, it's just not... I would say it's not needed because of stuff like that. It's like, why would I want to hear someone glaze? That is a valid point that he actually brings up and tries to defend. Like, why would I want... Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like why people would watch me play the first day of the season is because they've played it and gone, God, I really enjoy this weapon. I wonder what Jay thinks of it. Oh, he doesn't like it. Fair enough. I get his point. Okay, what? But then if I play early and you just come in and go, well, what do you think about the weapon? I don't like it. Okay.
How awesome
Great
and amazing the entire experience is. What do you expect these guys to do? Honestly. Yo, Epic, this blows. Fuck you. Like, of course they're gonna enjoy the new season. Of course, every single one of these creators are going to have nothing but a positive reaction, and I don't blame them for that at all. This is good for them. This is good for their careers. You need to just put the...
I can't see it from this point of view. I get what he's saying, but it's like, then it's just pointless. It's just I don't. Yeah, that might be a good word at Sandry.
Shoe on the other foot for a minute. And don't you dare, okay? Don't you dare be dishonest with me in the comments. I know I'm about to get those one or two guys that'll say something along the lines of like, I'm not shilling for this billion-dollar company. I don't care how much they pay me. I'll tell them that their game's shit if their game's shit. Those are my favorite types of people. Like, you have a price. I know you do. Everybody does. Something else to keep in mind, though, is that it is expected for these creators to naturally have overwhelmingly positive response anyways, even if the season or chapter is lackluster. How many times have you hopped on Fortnite?
Then why are you not arguing that that's a reason of validation to not be doing this and just wait how we have done it for the past 37 seasons, the past 8 years, the past 5,676 days, and just play the season when the season comes out?
Even if the season or chapter is lackluster. How many times have you hopped on Fortnite and enjoyed a launch day of a new season just because the new season's fresh and new with the skins, the POIs, things?
No, I used to do like I don't do it much anymore, but definitely for the chapter 5 periods. And people would go, oh my god, this is amazing. I will do a video, and I remember one point I said, oh, in something to do with the war machine stuff and something like that. I was like, if you're going into fight in this situation, it is very hard. Like, people are going to not like this. And people would go, well, that's an awful decision. What do you mean, Jay? And then like a week later, it would go, well, actually, you have a solid point there. Because I don't necessarily think like that. I don't really... Well, that's the point why I would normally do them videos at the start of the season. I will then look at the end of the season and clear my responses, and then sort of see, did I have the same opinion at the start of the season and the same opinion at the end of the season? And actually, 9 times out of 10, it was actually arguably 10 times out of 10 that I had the same opinion going in as I said going out. And first appearances and first, things are important. That kind of sticks with you regardless. But yeah, I don't know.
Like that, just to end up hating it a few days later. It's literally the Fortnite cycle. I think it's happened with pretty well every season for most people, besides Wrecked, maybe Chapter 2, Season 6. Combine the excitement with all of that, like a fresh game, along with the experience of being flown down and chosen out to be an Epic Games HQ. Of course, these streamers are going to be overwhelmingly happy. We don't even know if they're getting paid on top of that. They
won't be getting paid. That's not how they'd be getting this flights feed, hotels, and stuff like that. They won't be technically getting paid for it. Yeah, he seems to be sort of ridged up. Okay, that's a poor. I'm trying to have an expression that he's like sort of grounded. No, he's sort of locked into this whole, trying to see it from the point that these obviously privileged players who have earned the right to do it, which I get that, but then everyone else is just being salty, and he's hard locking in on that stance. I get it, but at the same time, I'm just like, what I'm worried about, Clem, is seeing the access early. Is seeing the gameplay early, and just like, what am I meant to do with that information? Like, it doesn't add anything to my content. It doesn't take anything away if I just watch the video afterwards and then have to make content around watching their gameplay, watching whatever. I will always find a way to do something. I've been uploading twice a day for like the past week. I will definitely find content if I need content. That's not the issue. But what is the issue is just, we have a status quo. We have a status quo, and the status quo is we talk about leaks. Leaks mean nothing once they're in, like, oh, let's look at this. Okay, the file name, this will incur to like a new SMG. What do you think of it? Oh, I wonder how it plays. None of that will be known until you play the game anyway, regardless of if you see the gameplay early. But I don't know what it adds. I don't know what this adds to anything without anyone else playing the game anyway. Like, if you're a Fortnite player who hates it, I don't understand by seeing another map that you've seen 6 times. Like, I don't get it. Just like, leave it. And maybe I am being what's the word? Overzealous on this whole thing, but I just don't. Maybe my entitlement is for Fortnite, and I just don't. I think Fortnite's better than freaking doing this sort of stuff and having this sort of stance and go into creators early, whatever. I couldn't care less. I have to look after my nan anyway, so I couldn't be away from home for more than 12 hours. So I just can't. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm entitled towards Epic and thinking they're a better game than this, and they haven't done it for 37 seasons. Why do they need to do it now? That's actually a good thought. Would they react with positive reactions or anything further if they had early access to Chapter 2, Season 6? Well, yeah, no, yeah. To be fair, I was actually about to quote that when he's saying Chapter 2, Season 6 was hated from like the off. I think it grounded people down eventually, but I'm trying to think like I don't think the first day went badly, did it? But people were very excited about the whole makeshift thing, and I don't think it went downhill the first day of the season, unless I'm wrong. To be fair, actually, I know it's a season that everyone hates, but I've always liked Chapter 2, Season 6. I like it. I think the bows were awesome. I think the change from the snipers, the map was beautiful. I'm not retrospectively, even at the time. The 0 Point comics came out around the same time. Oh, it was great. It was great. I loved it. The guns were a bit annoying though, but for some reason I did just like think, oh, this season's really cool. But one season I can't get behind, and I know it's widely liked, is Chapter 2, Season 3. As the season progressed, I liked it, but when it was all water at the first week, I was like, I don't know if I can get behind it. And then I started to like it afterwards. But that first week for me was hard.
Dude, they could be making an incredible amount of money. I don't care how bad the game is. Pay me, I'll be happy. But like
Clan.
Anyways, guys, my thoughts initially with this entire thing were pretty simple. If you follow the channel, you might know how much I have always personally hated Fortnite leaks. I believe it to be the single biggest problem within Fortnite, but
yeah, but this is where I would disagree. Like in terms of leaks are gears without a system. Like I can't. I don't know. Contradicted. What's contradicted? Sorry. So when you say one name for word, I don't know what you I don't know what the point is contradiction. Oh, so yeah, it's that point. So yeah. I thought
thoughts themselves are a conversation for another time. My gut reaction was, to be honest, like pretty neutral. I know a lot of people are upset about the content getting spoiled early, and that is a big conversation that people are having about.
Well, that's the conversation, Ken. I don't know why he's gone this other route.
But is this really any different from what we usually find out about new season launches? Everything under the sun is always leaked prior to us playing.
Yo, no. I mean, no. I completely disagree. I don't think a season has ever been completely leaked like that. Like, I don't care if you know all the guns. I don't care if you know all this. I don't care if you, like, there's just something different about seeing gameplay. I don't know. It's how I'm wired. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know, but I just don't know. Leaks aren't that big of an issue. Yeah, but that's how you've been wired now. So for some people, they're not going to see the same as you, which is a point. Unless it's like the roadmap for Chapter 5. Yeah, good point. I don't see that as a big thing or an issue. Usually it's just blah, blah, code names, blah, blah. Yeah. See, I'm very different in terms of leaks. Like, leaks are just loads of, as I said, loads of gears in a gear system that you can't see. You can see the gears, you can see maybe a little nuts and bolts, but you can't see the whole system. And how it plays, how it reacts, how it this, how it that. Like, obviously, Glenn hates leaks, but also doesn't mind in seeing a season early. I don't know. Luke, how's it going?
The surprise is always ruined before the actual launch. Sometimes even weeks before. In fact, like, this isn't just, like, no different from the leaks. This could...
I don't agree. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's completely different. Like, I could probably see... Maybe I'm just wired differently. I could see a full Battle Pass leak in a little bit of a blurred thing with someone's name over it, and that will be a bit disappointing, but then it's still not how the season plays. It's not going... out the, it's going onto Spawn Island, dropping out the bus. Even if a gameplay trailer leaks, it's still very hard to. Even to be fair, even seeing the Simpsons stuff early, it's still very different playing the game. I just don't think they need to be doing this whole. I don't know. I'm just very. We're two opposite ends of the spectrum here at the moment, me and Glenn.
Very well be Epic's solution to some of the leaks. Leaks are kind of like an uncontrolled fire, and Epic, they don't have a handle on all of the leaks out there. With this early access thing that they're doing, it could be a way of them trying to control it a little bit. This way, Epic gets to control the narrative. They get to ensure that the first impression of their new chapter is put out there and made themselves and not just by some insider.
I feel like he's yapping a bit here. So you want Epic to be curating the season? I still think that it's just going to be dependent how the game plays and how creators speak about it and how players play it and how they talk, chat, tweet, and whatever. That's how the season is going to reflect either badly or good. I don't know. I really hope Epic will keep their eyes on creators this time, and I don't want it to leak as big as the Dark Presence loading screen again. See, and he will probably say something about that leak and say, well, they got it wrong. But the reason I think leakers got it wrong, they saw that loading screen. And obviously the assumption, that's what I'm presuming happens.
It could be in high quality.
Oh my God, this. So from that, I can understand why leakers went, holy, oh my God, we are cooking. And then see that and go, oops, may have jumped the fence a little bit too early there. Which, in hindsight, I'm not really mad at, because I can sort of work out why they went down that road. But yeah, I mean, see, like, would it been good if the 7 didn't get immediately revealed to us? Yeah, maybe, but I feel like that was their leak. They controlled the narrative. They actually did control the narrative. There was. I mean, I was saying back in chapter 3 when the 7 went, oh, if we won't see them again until maybe chapter 7, that'd be funny. That'd be years away. But yeah, I don't get this. This cleanse, obviously, just on a different spectrum to what I am on. But yeah, hoping they check their loading screens, because that's where that didn't help. Because I feel like that then got everyone hyped, because that's what the leakers saw. So everyone got hyped because of that. And the event was cool. I wish there was a bit more gameplay. If there was like 60 seconds more worth of gameplay, I think it would have been a banging event. Whatever. Here's what it is. Fingers crossed next time around. But overall, it's a good event. But I feel like, obviously, expectations didn't meet the thing. Fortnite players are very emotionally driven, aren't we? And it's like, I remember seeing that event. I remember I stayed silent for like at least 2 minutes after when the event ended. I just see chat, and chat were. I'm sorry, chat. You were toxic. I'm just gathering my thoughts, because I was a bit like, okay, it kind of drew me out of it for a moment. Then the cartoon's good, but at this point, I'm already seeing chat explode. And when you're live streaming, it's really hard, because you're getting pulled into that thing and that desire to go, maybe they're right, but. Looking back at the event, I feel like I got a bit too consumed by that, because it was a cool event. I rewatched the short later, and it was really good. And I was like, I did get wrapped up in the emotions of it all. And, but. At the mix event, the chapter got leaked, y'all. I don't know. Well, was it? I wouldn't argue it was a mini event either. It was certainly not like a major event, but it's like, for an event, we had a bit of gameplay. We then have this big sort of connecting story with the Simpsons, which has done really well. The 2 episodes on Disney are really cool. And they seem to fully embrace it. I like when the collab embraces it. It's like, I feel like they've got it spot on, but obviously, yeah, they just needed to. If the gameplay was a little more, I mean, they must have watched the event and must have, at least someone in like the dev team must release it. I feel like this gameplay is a little short. I'd be concerned if that didn't get brought up, and maybe it's like, yeah, but we're saving that for the, the other. Since the Foundation is The Rock, the next chapter is going to be about Hollywood. Could we get Foundation remix? Don't know. Oh, I did have a theory. We may discuss that later. I think the Dark Presence, or whatever happens, might actually win. Because this sounds like a... I wrote down my notes. What was it? Let's see if I can remember without looking at my notes. It was like, what would be the most evilest and darkest thing that this Dark Presence can do? Put us into Hollywood. Because obviously everything about Hollywood at the moment, and it's like fake stuff, and it's like it's almost like I don't want to make the connection towards Last Reality and the Dark Presence, but what the Cube Queen said in her song, "This is just a game I made for you," and this is what it sounds. It sounds like a facade that the Dark Presence has put, and if we go into Hollywood and it's gambling, it sounds very I don't think seedy is the right word for a Fortnite game, but seedy. It does feel like that. It just feels like this is very put on, and that's why the 7 are coming back, because the Chrome took them, and this is the sort of like, I don't know, was it gluttony maybe, that sort of thing. Oh no, we're not going to talk about the 7 deadly sins. Oh, I remember them theories. Holy, that's going back some. When they thought each member of the 7 would be a deadly... What was that about? Oh, it's all coming back to me now. But yeah, something like that, I don't know. I feel like the transition from the actual gameplay to the Simpsons episode could be handled better because it felt forced. Yeah, I don't know. If they did that and then switch back to a quick clip of gameplay, I think that would have... Something needed to happen there. I said the same about Paradise. Fracture. I think Fracture is arguably has everything to be the greatest event ever, and it's just they got the recipe wrong. Yo, Aluka, thanks for becoming a member. Let's go. W's. Can we get W's in chat? W's. Yeah, I would say the same thing about the Fracture event. Like, it had all the things, the signals to be one of the greatest events. It's just they got the balance wrong. Say, for example, we got a bit of gameplay at the tree, and by the looks at some of the, not the leaks we got, I presume, but some of the concept art for that event, I think that's what they had planned at some point, because just some of the shots didn't look like... It would look like it was purposely going to be gameplay. So imagine we were on the tree shooting, and we could see the herald coming, and then it switched to cinematic, and then the sort of the whole Zero Fusion thing was like, I don't know, 10 minutes long, and then I feel like that would have been a great event, but they got it wrong, and they also got the Simpsons event wrong. But there was really loads of cool elements there, but.
And from their biggest marketing partners. This isn't kind of like all leaks. It is kind of like in the sense of like community damage, but you get my point. This could just be a strategic move from Epic to replace those like low quality roadmap type damaging leaks with, you can just turn that and spin it into high quality and official marketing.
Yeah, but the road leak is completely different to this, and there's no way of you couldn't defend yourself against a leak like that. Like, yeah, a leak from season to season, and as we get closer to season, obviously Fortnite starts putting more things into files and that leakers and data miners could see. But you're never going to protect yourself unless obviously legal, and you sue someone for leaking like a roadmap. The roadmap is completely different.
At least this way, some creators can at least hop on and forward their careers and make some money off of this and partner with Epic Games to some extent. However, again, I do understand where everybody's coming from. And I will tell you, I would have a major, major, major issue as a community member and as a content creator if this entire thing existed, if leaks were under control. But we know that's not going to happen. The surprise is going to be spoiled either way without us playing. So what's the difference? Like I said in the beginning of this video, guys, at least it's helping some creators out here. But I feel the same way. I feel the exact same way whether it's someone or some streamer showing it off or if it's just a leak that I see. And I always get the comments, guys, don't tell me to just stay away and not look at leaks. It's impossible and I would have to get off the internet entirely, and I'm not going to do that. We no longer have those special mornings where we can come on and we can check out everything new in Fortnite for ourselves. Hey,
so when did them mornings exist? I just think he wasn't on the internet so much, and I don't think there was never an event or season that didn't considerably, we knew the information. Like the day of the season when it drops, the leaks start happening because the update happens. So even before you're on the game. And I feel like season 8, didn't some season 8 leak or something? I don't know. If they give access to creators, and they should give it to everyone because no one can make content as good as creators who had early access. I do get that point, and he has already brought that point up. And he said, oh, they've worked hard to be there, which I do get. But you have to acknowledge that is a advantage that you're just not going to have. You're not going to have that content. I don't think that in a list of pros and cons and reasons why you shouldn't be doing this, I feel like that's somewhat in the middle. But for me, it's just they've never done it until this season. Yeah, this season, the Simpsons season. I just feel like I don't know. I don't know who they're doing it for, because if you're already playing the game, you're going to play it. And new players are probably not going to watch Nick A30 and Fortnite content creators. I think, actually, arguably it would make more sense to bring... maybe they are. Bring more Epic partners who are not Fortnite related, Rocket League players. Maybe grab some COD players. What would be the difference in grabbing some big COD content creators? Are they? I don't know if they are. They might be. And I'll be like, okay, maybe they are, trying to grab more of a player pool, but pulling everyone in from a community that's already near and will already play it is, I don't know. It's a little. I think it's in a short term I understand it, but in a long term it's pointless. Right? Yeah, maybe more players who wouldn't have played the first day of the season will see that gameplay and go, you know what, I'm jumping on, so they can get them first few days as high as they can, and they can get the numbers high. But after, it's just going to settle as it always does. To be fair, I can hear what he's saying. It's pretty hard to avoid those leaks. Yeah, but I don't think... I see, this is where I'm wide different. I don't think the leaks are as damaging as seeing gameplay. I can see a gameplay trailer. I can see the cinematic trailer. But I can see weapons and props and stuff, but it's hard to put them all together and to see the actual gameplay. I just think it's arguably a very different thing, which he doesn't see. Wait, yeah, he's just on the other side of the spectrum. Would feel 100 times better if we saw the map in downtime screen for the first time instead of early access. But some leakers have the map, so it's basically a ticking time bomb for Epic. Yeah, I guess. But again, like seeing a unfinished map, because obviously that's another thing, and I would say most of the map leaks are unfinished, and like that's not what you're going to get for early access. The early access will be finished. It'll be done. That map will be the map. Like chances are you're probably going to get like an unfinished, unrendered map, and that won't be the finalized product. And that's a lot of leaks and some things that just won't happen. But what will happen is whatever happens for early access.
Used to be like a holiday, man. And I always say it is the single biggest issue within Fortnite, and it's the biggest issue with Fortnite not feeling the same and people falling out of love with the game. But of course, guys, it's not just about what I think. I wanted to get the entire opinion about the Fortnite community in general with this entire thing. And by the way, guys, hit like, subscribe if you're enjoying the video. I'm very happy to have you here. We have community-made videos all the time. I ended up posting this over on X over here a little while ago when Nick830 initially announced his reaction. Well, there's a lot of talk about, there's a lot to talk about this week.
Oh, this is Simpsons.
Excuse me, we're also going to be making a video about creators getting...
See, this is going to be very different opinions. Because I'm sure I saw this tweet. I saw someone, at least in his comments, I'm pretty sure say... Oh, this is fine. Hopefully not Chapter 7.
to play and post new season content early. If you have any thoughts, drop them below and I will include some replies. Thank you again for your time, guys. If you would like to join the conversation, follow me over on X at ClenYouTube, where you can check out the links to X within the description at the top. The link tree will be right there, along with the direct link to X in the description down below. Like I just said, like, subscribe. We make community-based videos all the time, guys. Let's hear what some people had to say. Regna had this to say. I think this is a good thing. People are saying it will kill hype, yet the season will probably be leaked regardless. Marvel Rivals does this, and it's good. I like the idea of creators being involved more in the game for launches like this. That's a fair take. I didn't even know that Marvel Rivals did that. Dude, I keep wanting to sit down. I want to play Marvel Rivals more. We keep saying that we're going to stream it with the boys, and then we never end up getting around to it. I wish that leaks weren't a thing.
Bro wasn't invited.
Period, but it's going to get leaked regardless, just as Regna said it.
I disagree. Like the map leak for the Simpsons season turned out not to be a finished product. Looked 10 times better once it was on. Oh, cool. I mean, it looked as good anyway. I thought, oh, this is fine. I sort of did say it. Probably, this is so annoying. I'm sort of probably a bit different, but
encompasses kind of like the same thing over here. Cluedad had this to say. They are trying new things, which I'm all for, but the timing seems off. Surely they could have waited until downtime and filled the gap before the new season launched.
That's probably where the only time I would say maybe. Because that's usually when they start dropping gameplay trailers and the cinematic moment downtime happens. But sometimes they do that because of what happens. I'm pretty sure one season they had to drop everything anyway because it leaked. But for a couple of the last few seasons, that's how they've done it, I'm pretty sure.
That way, they're keeping their player base focused on Fortnite during the update and building hype for when it launches, instead of encroaching on everyone's final matches and farewells to Chapter 6.
Pardon? What? Okay, yeah, okay. Surely time. Okay, yeah, okay. He moved on from the first point. So yeah, what he's saying is, seems a bit off. Surely wait to downtime instead of encroaching everyone's final. He kind of moved away from the point. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, a lot of, you know what? I never really thought about the fact that a lot of people towards the end of the chapter start saying goodbye to the maps. I personally don't do that anymore because the 1 year chapter and with.
No, I don't think that's what he's saying. What he's saying is not encroaching. So it's okay. He's saying that, but it's they are trying new things, which I'm all for. But it's the time seems off. Surely they could wait to downtime and fill the gap between the season launch. Then instead of releasing it during the season and encroaching everyone's final matches and farewells, because they're already seeing the next season, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, we're done with this season, so forget about it.
With me playing less and less Battle Royale and more Fortnite Reload, I don't really build a connection to that map, but a lot of people have been talking about 1 year is not long enough. It's a little bit of a conversation for another time. Downtime is very interesting, but the problem is, if Epic Games were to do this, the leaks would be coming out before that. I still kind of am on...
No, the leaks only come out when the update goes live, and that's always been the case. There's no way of stopping that. Again, I disagree with that point. That is just what happens. And I kind of like, I don't mind that. Once downtime happens, I'm all for talking about. But still, leaks are, I don't know how you can make an opinion of a season on just on leaks. Like, people sometimes do, is they see a leak and go, oh, I'm not playing this season because of shell shading or something. And it's like, I actually think it's pretty good, and they probably should actually use it more. I don't know why it's taking them that long to do it, because I actually think it works pretty well. Sorry, I forgot I need to upload a video. Just silly. Is Leon here? What was his idea? Oh no, his idea was to call it something about a scam.
Team that this might just be a controlled fire by Epic Games, and that's why they're deciding to do something like this. Full Moon had this to say. It seems there's definitely been a power shift in Epic recently. Creator-exclusive game modes being Delulu, which we're going to be making a video on as well. Early access to seasons, cosmetics with paywalls, sidekicks. It excites me, but also scares me. I'm not a huge fan of creator.
I mean, sidekicks are probably still part of the early access for skins anyway, which they still always had.
Here's getting revealed the seasons early. It seems like a cop-out. Yeah, they aren't really changing up how they're doing things, eh? We're only, I guess, maybe they're just setting up for how they're going to work with Chapter 7. Hopefully it's successful. We can only hope for the best, but guys, we still have a ton of opinions to take a look at. Let me stop you right here for just a second. As you might know with these videos, I have been advertising my supporter creator code. I ask that if you do not have a code that you are currently using in the item shop, you please consider using my code. And I have been grinding on YouTube as hard as I possibly can in order to be the sole provider for my family. Kids are expensive. We're going to have another kid. You guys have been helping me out with the code a lot. You've been giving me some breathing room each month, and I appreciate you. So I ask again that if you do not have a code that you are currently using in the item shop, you consider using my code. Code Clen. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. Let's continue on with the video over here. Purple had this to say. Excuse me. There we go. Giving creators early access should have been an opportunity for smaller creators to rise, but since it's only the big creators, it puts...
See, even though what I'm saying, I feel like this is pandering, essentially. Like, yeah, this is like, oh, you're just a small creator who wants it. Like, yeah, but then people aren't going to see it, so... Oh, I don't know. What's a companion? Sorry, I'm also trying to think of a title at the same time for a video. This companion. How do you spell companion? Companion. Holy. I swear I've spelled it right. I'm just being silly. Oh, psychics, isn't it? It's called psychics now anyway. Doesn't matter, Jay. This psychic re-shows the issue with lock-in. What is it called? Locking in. Locking in. Got a lock-in chat. So yeah, you'd be good to know you will be having a video tonight. Not about the Chapter 7 season, and not a reveal, I suppose. Sorry, guys. Guess we're going to have to put up with companions, I presume. My bad, chat. Oh, chat. Wait, what are you watching me on at the moment? Phones? Big telly? Desktop? Oh, I've got to get off this screen or I'm just going to hear in the background when I'm watching Clen. Wait, if he's against leaks, why does he want to know he's going to have a newborn? I actually might comment that on the video.
Small creators at a disadvantage because the big creators can make content a day before anyone else. I love the idea there. And truthfully, guys, if I was in charge of Epic Games, if I was Tim Sweeney, I would have a very healthy mixture.
I would just, Clen, I don't know, wait to the 29th or the 30th or whenever the season drops. That's what I would do if I was at Epic Games. If I was the CEO of Epic Games, I wouldn't because I'm underqualified. But I would. That's what I would do. Just wait until the season.
Maybe because obviously the biggest point about it is to get that season out there and advertised. I would do 75%, maybe 70.
He needs to dive into how he sees the advertising. Because that's not what he's really going into, and the argument does kind of base around how you see the advertisement of the season. So he's not going to talk about it. I can't really follow his opinion, but for me, I just don't think it will. you're gonna. And that's why I said the whole thing about giving it to. If you're just gonna give it to Fortnite creators, what's the point? You're giving it to Nick30, Clicks and stuff, and their fans are gonna be up for it anyway. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, their fans are gonna be up for a Fortnite season, regardless of if you get the gameplay early or not. So, are they going to get, I don't know, COD creators, big COD creators in on this, or predominantly people who do playthroughs, I think? I don't know. But I need to know how he feels like the avatar. So he thinks that if Nick30 get the video gameplay early, that is going to decide in his community to play the game, and they wouldn't have anyway. I find it a little bit hard to believe.
5% the big creators like they've chosen, but I would also start selecting like trustworthy smaller creators. The problem is, who do you go to? Something that I've learned, and something that some of you guys might not know if you're not in the creator space, and if you are a small creator in the space, you might know kind of like what I'm talking about. You wouldn't believe the amount of people in this space that are difficult to work with, that are two-faced, and they really, really, really feel entitled to everyone's views, don't care about their communities, things like that. There's great people, and
I feel like he's deep in this a bit too much. I feel like he's deep in it a bit too much.
The vast, if not all of the people that have been on this channel that I've been collaborating with, there's been a great experience. There's a lot of great guys. I could probably fire off for you like 25 at least people off the top of my head that would be great for this opportunity. But how does Epic Games know that? How does Epic Games not weed these people out? How does Epic Games figure out the people who just want, how do they figure out the people who are just like, I don't know how to describe them, but besides leeches, you know? People that might not necessarily be happy to have around. These people who have made their way up in Epic Games, been slowly collaborating with different people, high status people, they have a little bit of a reputation to keep. I don't know how you would go about picking that, but if I was in charge, I would figure out a way. I would do like maybe 75%, and then I would have like...
See, what is... Just wait until the season launches. This whole thing now about him trying to get small creators, I see why the big creators with millions of subscribers gets his chance. And you have who are actually Epic partners. I know I have to say when I do my code, but I don't get skins early, and I don't. It actually is a good thing at the moment I don't, because then I would have the companions for free. And honestly, I wouldn't want any of them anyway. And that's what today's video is going to be about, which we recorded on stream yesterday about the Mothman Junior one, because I feel like that really shows the drawbacks of this whole locking thing. Because for the pets, I can sort of get it where Epic's coming from. Like, you can make the pets yours, you can make it like your dog, and yeah, fair enough. But you tell me that you can't change the Mothman Junior's eyes from green to red without paying an extra 1,200 V-Bucks, and change it from white to black or black to blue, and its wings. Like, I feel like that really highlights the stupidity of this whole appearance locking. But yeah, sorry, I went off the point again. Epic creators getting it early, and I don't get it, so I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Luca. He basically, I let 75% here. Like, just wait until the start of the season and be fine.
How cool would it be to have some sort of like event too? Maybe a small tournament in like a little section of a new map. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's called a pro-am.
The games could figure it out if they don't want to leak everything. Maybe have like a little corner of the map, put it on a UEFN island. I'm sure they can get it done, and have duo tournaments where you
see. That's what they could do with a reload map, and we just wouldn't know. You go. Okay, I feel like that's a bit of extra work, but they could do it anyway with the community all enjoying it. Oh, here's the new... I know we just had the Fortnite Mares sort of map. I can't think of what it's called. What is it called? That could have some sort of hints towards Chapter 7. God, Chapter 5? Chapter 7 on it, and you just wouldn't know until... Oh, wow, that was a hint to that. That's pretty cool.
Pair up one giant creator with one of the smaller creators. You start building that community. it would be helpful for everybody. I think it'd be pretty cool. And you would still have that goal of advertising because you have the vast majority of people there.
I don't want to take this the wrong way, but I feel like he's what's not mirroring. He's like he's just made a whole point prior about people not getting it who are not big creators. So I'm trying. My bad. I know I'm really fumbling this part of the of the live stream, but I'm trying to remember what he said about it before. About big creators have earned the right, and small creators. I know you're small, but you're not going to get the content early, and you're going to have to deal with that. And that's fair enough. But you need to at least acknowledge that you are going to get that people are going to get content that you just don't have. Which is, if they want to do it in that way, I just don't think they should. But I just now feel like he's going a complete opposite way, saying, "Oh, we get this early, we get small creators in." What is a small creator? I would argue to someone who's only got 10,000 subscribers, I'm 100 times bigger than him. For someone with 100 subscribers, I'm 1,000, 10,000 times bigger than him. No, I'm not. Whatever. Someone with 2 million subscribers, they're massive to me. But in the grand scheme of YouTube, am I small? Am I big? Actually, I guess I am. In terms of like percentage wise, I'm up there, aren't I? Okay, that sounds entitled, but you know what I mean. Like if you probably look at how many percentage of YouTubers are over 10,000 subscribers, it's probably actually really small. Maybe smaller before shorts were put in place, but it's still pretty small. But yeah, now he's trying to pander to like small creators getting in with big creators, and that's how whoever shouts me out is not like it. Say if Ninja shouts me out, that ain't gonna do anything. Yeah, I'm gonna get subscribers that are probably not gonna watch any of my content. It's actually probably gonna damage my channel in the long run than it does. I'd rather not get a shout, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I feel like they decided to reveal the 7 coming back early because they know it will get leaked during early access. Battle Bus. Oh, I haven't done that video. So that will be tomorrow's edit. Or no, I want to change some stuff. So because I think some of it did relate to Tyler the Creator, which is obviously but the whole monochrome thing. But I feel like we had so in the stream I did chat about a theory I had about Chapter 6 Season 2. Well, I was like, it'd be really cool to do a heist theme season, 1920s, Great Gatsby, a little POI where it would be monochrome, it'd be black and white. And maybe this is obviously associated with Tyler the Creator, but I feel like that would be a really cool heist theme season. They want to do another one. But, that was my theory. Sorry, I moved on from it, but that's what I'm going to talk about with the whole Dark Presence, and maybe Dark Presence wins. And that's what the Hollywood / greed, gluttony, gambling sort of season is for seasons. That was the point. I might need to do that video, but that I don't know. That could happen. It might not. But that's what I'm going towards. I just think Great Gatsby sort of not sort of Sin City, but you get the point. And what's more scary than Hollywood? Hey,
that are like majorly popular streamers. But then the question is, would those big streamers welcome the small streamers?
Well, that's the point about the leak, actually. I'm theorising about this whole thing, about obviously leaks we have, but I still have no idea how it's going to... Like, literally, that's actually a good point. Oh my God, that's actually a good point. Like, what? I could have 50 discussions now about what I think from the leaks I've seen. I don't have one defining point at the moment, do I? I don't have anything from what I've seen. Even if the map leaks, it's going to be a low poly sort of... Like, probably like what we got for the Simpsons season. Unless we have a really serious leak, then what it is, and that's unfortunate. But that's a really good point. But I don't know. Although you could argue that Epic sometimes does actually are the problem of giving their trailers early to other social medias, and it gets leaked because of that. Like what you meant to do about that. Chapter 5 map leak got people theorising so much. Oh, that's what I want to do. Don't take this, Luca. if the Chapter 7 map does leak, I was meant to do it for the Simpsons season, but actually that is the first map to remain how it is when it leaks. And what I mean by that is what way around it is. I need to remember, if it does leak, I need to do that as a tweet. So how would I word the tweet? What's the bet? No, that makes no sense. It needs to be clear. Do you think this is how the map's going to face? Do you think this is the direction the map will be? Which way would the map be facing? Because actually, I argue this is the first chapter. So the Simpsons season is the first one for a while where it is just how it was, isn't it? Chapter 5 was... And even Chapter 6, I think, was the other way around. So Chapter 6 and 5 were faced the other way around to how they came when they're in-game. I feel that's a really stupid thing to talk about, but I feel like the community will get it. But I need to remember to do that tweet and that happens.
It gets a little bit...
I should have done it for the Simpsons season, but I completely forgot.
Tricky. If I was in charge, I would figure out a way. But at the same time, we can't be entitled. You can't just like, oh, I'm a smaller creator. This should be for us. You know, I'm a small creator. I would love the opportunity, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, man, Epic Games, they should have chose somebody like me. I deserve it. And I'm not like dogging on purple over here, okay? It's just like, you see a lot of people acting very, very, very entitled in these scenarios. I look at somebody like Nick A30 advertising this, and I go, cool, he definitely deserves that. Look how hard that man works.
Even though when you're on the map, it's... Well, actually, is it? I don't know. It's still north as north, but it's like... I don't know. But yeah, obviously that was the whole... Yeah, someone just said about Donald Trump, didn't they? And that was the whole thing about the Chapter 5 map.
I hope you guys understand kind of like what I'm trying to mention here, but it is a totally understandable. It's one of those things where I understand the community's response to it as well. Dig Realms had this to say: I'm all for flying out creators to have them talk about Fortnite's problems directly to Epic in person, which is, if you haven't been following the community, that's something that recently happened.
And actually, this is from a creator, quite big, isn't Whelm's got like 500,000?
But allowing early access to posting the new season content is a major fuck you to everyone else there. There's no way to compete. It's not. It's just not.
And if someone's saying that, hold on, I'm sure he's got like half. Unless I'm thinking of someone else. I'm sure he's got like 500,000. And if you've got someone with 500,000 subscribers saying that, 500,000 subscribers. So if you've got someone with 500,000 subscribers saying that, you know, you might have a point.
We don't get to deserve that. Figure out a way to get to that same...
It's does Clem realise this is... I would argue he is at that 500,000. I don't know, mate. See, is that small?
Status, and it's totally
Oh, wait, just say it here. Never mind, just say it. 1 million on TikTok, 400k on YouTube.
Possible for everybody else. Dilgrom's over here, 1 million on TikTok.
Okay, he did say it.
400k on YouTube. My face cam's covering it a little bit. Let me bring you... There we go. 1 million on...
I did just say that, Clem. Thank you for...
TikTok, 400k on YouTube. This person, and I don't know who Dig Realms is. We've also gotten things off of the Explore page, guys, with this topic. They have proven, absolutely proven, that they are very, very capable creators. You can totally make it to that status. If you have 1 million on TikTok and 400k on YouTube, you can 100% make it to the status, and maybe Epic Games could notice.
Yeah, but it seems like they don't.
You in that sense. But this kind of attitude is not something that I would imagine that Epic...
And I don't want to sound like an arse. Obviously, for the Simpsons season, there were some... how do I not sound like a complete tool? There were some people who was... there were some people who were, like, not older generation. What do you call someone when they're like come from something else and they're like a first generation, but they're maybe not falling off, but legacy creators. And there's some legacy creators now, and I would argue that I would probably get more views than them now, and that's fine. So they obviously base it on they base it on whatever. I don't know what they base it on, but it's not always the case. It's not always to do with views, and it's not to do with numbers. Like, I would argue it's not to do with numbers, because you got, like, Clark, who have had big opportunities, and for a creator of his size, I'm sure he won't mind me saying this, but a creator of his size with only what, I guess his TikTok's quite big, 500,000, isn't it? But in terms of YouTube, he is honestly, even in terms of his TikTok, there's a lot more bigger YouTubers that don't have that opportunity. You could argue Loot Station for 2 million, and he doesn't get skins early and doesn't. I mean, I think that's changing now, but you could argue for that. Like, it's fair if it's fair, you know what I mean? Like, but it's not, and it's not fair. But I would still go back to the point, just wait until everyone plays a game, which we've been doing for 37 seasons.
Games would really want to work with, to be honest with you. I understand it's frustrating that you can't compete, but you can figure out a way to compete, or it's more difficult for you to compete. I understand when it comes to brand new season content, but I don't know how deep we're supposed to go into this, because I can explain everything that I explained, but I feel like the right reaction to these things is just, life's tough, figure it out. Yeah, it's not fair. What's it saying? Like, play with the hand that you're dealt, something.
Yeah, but then it's just not what he said prior to the video. Like, oh, you know, if you're a big creator, and I would argue. I mean, do you argue Realms is Realms legacy? Oldest video, like three years ago, he was getting like 2K views. Oh wait, he's a short form. So what, like new era creator from someone who's old, like, it's, look, I'm not saying something, I'm just I don't really care. I just don't think they should leak this season at all. So I'm now just trying to like understand where he's coming from in this point, and I just don't care. I just don't think the season should leak. But then it's like, we've been watching this video chat. He said, "Oh, you deserve to be at that point if you work hard and thing." Why isn't 500,000 and million on TikTok not that point? I don't know.
Along those lines, deal with it. And to make 1 million on TikTok and 400K on YouTube, you can definitely get there. 100%.
Yeah, so why is he not there? Does he need to call his management?
I would love to see it, man. Harvey H had this to say. Y'all still gonna leak the map and stuff though, so what's the point? That's how I feel about it. That's the weird thing. I don't know why everybody's like talking about the big surprise that's getting ruined over here.
Yeah, we're completely different ends of the spectrum. we're just completely. Leaks, as I've been saying, and as we just had that conversation about the actual map, like, all seeing leaks and theorizing about Chapter 7, about the information we know, and obviously the theme and stuff, and what we gather from that is very different from, again, seeing the full thing in its completed form. I honestly, like, I haven't seen the Chapter 7 map. No one's seen it. No one's seen gameplay. I've got my image in my head of what this map will look like. But it might not be that. That will be completely disproven on the 19th. Sorry, I presume there'll be a week of editing. It'll probably come out in a week's time, or maybe a couple of days before the new season. But that's when it will be disproven.
It's gonna get leaked. That's exactly how I feel about it. The 7 Reaper had this to say, thank goodness. So what's being showed is specifically allowed and filtered by Epic. Good stuff. I don't even have hype that I don't even have any sort of expectations or excitement that this is going to be a good thing, because I believe that everything else is still going to get leaked. The surprise is going to, like, even if Epic Games like, okay, we're only showing off this, this, and this. Number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to 25 secrets that they wanted to keep are going to get leaked anyways before I actually log on and play the season. I'm not excited. I'm excited to play. I'm excited to experience it, but I no longer care about those long downtime nights and getting up for a brand new season. Dude, I used to try to switch with people at work to try to get a new season off. Now I don't care. Let's continue on over to the next post by the big Craig D over here. I don't like this. It takes the hype away of a new season's release. Plus, it's more on the selfish side, but it puts smaller creators at a disadvantage since the larger creators have already covered everything. But then again, I don't like anything. Well, there you go. That kind of that kind of explains the attitude towards this
typical Craig, that is.
Entire thing. But again, I do understand where people are coming from. Guys, let me stop you just one more second. As you might know, I am your guy with many YouTube channels. We make daily commentaries on different movie, TV. That go check theme for seasons like in the chapter like 2 to 4, but a whole new chapter being show off early kills so much hype. Seasons like at the top chapter like
you should move on.
2 to 4, but a whole new chapter being show off early kills so much hype. You know what? That's fair. If this were to happen, I would prefer it to be like another couple seasons. Oh, speaking of Epic Games, look at that. They just decided to throw the notifications over on my desktop over here. But yeah, a new chapter launch, that's like pretty special. That's pretty special, and I would prefer it to be like as kept under wraps as possible, man. Urgent had this to say. If you're upset that creators are getting early access, there's a very easy solution. Start making quality content.
Yeah, but I don't think creators should be playing the season early. Like, it's not a point at me, oh yeah, if I had 2 million subscribers and Epic says, yo, Jay, grab your bags, get on the EasyJet flight and make your way to, I don't know where Epic Games HQ is, make your way to Epic Games, now, this moment, because I want everyone to experience the same thing I experience. Oh, I'm getting to play the season early. Yeah, I'm sure it'd probably be cool. I'm sure it'd be probably cool going around their headquarters. But at the same time, I still be like to them going, I think what you're doing is wrong, man. Like, there's no reason for a game we've been like chugging along for 37 seasons, and now they're like, yeah, well, let's start doing this.
I love that mindset, man. The way that I'm looking at it is like, you know what? I'm going to continue.
I don't mind the mindset. I just hate... I would argue against the context he's using it in.
Continuously level up. I'm going to do everything that I can to get to the status of somebody like a Nick 830, a Ninja, or I don't even know who ended up getting invited besides Nick 830. I want to get there one day. I want to work with Epic Games. I'm going to do everything that I can to make that happen, man. Let's continue on over to Dustin.
Go on, Fluffy. Oh, okay.
I think it's just the nature of marketing. Those with bigger reach or impact are generally just going to be selected. I've seen you mention short-form content in the cosmetic program where creators get cosmetics early could also be considered the same type of issue of what you're discussing. I get the sentiment, but at a certain level, you just have to accept its business. Dude, every single time we see something from Dustin, or duos with dad, I think it's like incredibly well said. I love the mind on.
Swear I recognise a Twitter profile from something similar to this, where I feel like he had a complete different stance.
This guy. And you know what's crazy is I don't even know him. Dustin, I would love to get to know you and play some Fortnite, pick your brain about some couple things, because every single time, I doubt he's going to watch this video, but every single time I hear something from him, like a take, he's always responding to some Fortnite stuff. It's always like high IQ. Let's continue on though to what Admire had to say. This is a very good thing. You don't see too much of that, okay? People are crapping on the season nonstop without even seeing or playing it. If the creators upload themselves having
that's
a blast and not being toxic, then the public opinion from those who watch will shift and people are more willing to give it a chance.
I would somewhat agree, but that can also just be proven by just releasing the season for everyone and then people watching the content anyway when we can all enjoy the season. Oh, this looks great. Why is it Simpsons still? Why is it Simpsons? Why is it Springfield? Where's Hollywood? Maybe I didn't update my game?
Chance. You know what? This season, despite everybody freaking out about it prior to it launching, about it with Mr. JOY. Hello, Mr. JOY.
Hello, Ken. How's it going?
I'm very, very good. How are you?
Extremely well. I'm good.
Yeah, I know. The gunplay, the standard, how it I would have thoroughly enjoyed Absolute Doom. I enjoyed the Star Wars season even.
I'm saying that's all that'll be fine. I'm not trying to have a 2.0 here, but
I am
you use that as an example. Okay, fair.
Just make everything OP, separate casual competitive. I will stand on that opinion until the end of time.
I just want to talk about it. I have to just
No,
2 days in and we're removing the Simpsons vehicle.
Yeah, I'm interested in player counts because I see it. I don't.
Anyways.
Anyways,
Okay, I can't find a bit, but I'm pretty sure I go, look, the Simpsons season will be fine. Everyone's panicking about nothing. And Clem was like, oh, yeah, but this and this and this.
it's been very, very, very well received. You know how I constantly sit back and I talk about the vast majority of the public being NPCs? Could you imagine if that's the case? If that's the big solution? But I honestly, guys, truthfully, I do think that they did a really good job with the Simpsons season. I think that's probably why it's getting very well received right now. Epic Games has been doing a lot well. Emmanuel had this to say. This is a bad thing for them. If leaks are always make people lose interest in a new season, then I can't imagine seeing 10 plus videos from content creators showing everything we'll get. And that's how I imagine it to go. But again, there's a lot of people who do love what these creators have to put out there. It's just not going to make it special anymore. James had this to say. Bro, if your content only survives being off of the first to new update, then you got to switch up your content. No evergreen nature to it. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing against news content. It's just that's part of the business when you're getting into that sort of niche on YouTube. But if you guys want to talk a little bit more about this future of Fortnite, the state of Fortnite, things like that, a while ago I made the complete guide to...
Okay, well... Yeah, okay, well, that was a big watch. We spent a lot of time watching that, to be fair. Holy. I get the point, but at the same time, my stance is Epic lost their heads with this one. I just think the game should be released on the day and everyone should play it and experience it the same. Like, what could I do with the Simpsons season? Like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? What day did it come out? I just played the game and then just... So it was 2 weeks ago. So it came out a day before, didn't it? Yeah, because literally the video Epic Games gives content early, and then literally the day later was actually watching the event and then talk about it. So I don't know. Like, we would just carry on, but at the same time, I'm kind of a bit like, well.
How you feeling about the season?
Let me just say stream. Rip. Oh, wait, I found it. Found it. Never mind, chat. I found it.
A little bit off topic with the Chapter 5 stuff, though.
Yeah, it is.
Anyways, how you feeling about the season overall? I'm feeling a little bit... this is the first time that I'm personally not excited for a season, but again, I'm sure that I'll enjoy it.
No, as I said, I'm low-key getting excited for it, so I do think they will pull out the bag. I feel like, with the theme, the Simpsons theme, I feel like they have to just commit. And it seems like if it's going to be a reload map and a separate thing and a whole different entity almost, I feel like they're actually going to lock in.
Yeah.
I said they lock in, and they did lock in. So, big IQ for me. What can I say? Anyway, thank you, Clem, for the video, I suppose. Good video. Disagree with everything. Disagreed with everything. It's alright, Clem. Can't please everyone. You can't. Wait, that's not even. I don't even have enough. That's a Discord one. That doesn't even. I don't have enough memberships to be able to put that in without deleting other emojis. So the cinema meme is obviously to Discord, and if people don't know what that is, and you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Links are in the about section, I presume. How do I get the? Oh damn it! How do I get up the? I feel like. Cinema. How do I do this? How do I do this? Okay. Who's listened in the Discord? Because I completely. I'm looking at. What days is Jay live? What do you mean? He's alive every day. I think you completely missed the. What am I doing here? Print screen. Did I not do it? What? I don't know. God. Why is this not screen printing? What's happening here? What a weird Okay, fair enough. Okay, how do I copy and paste that? I copied and pasted something from Discord earlier because I obviously for a video that will be out later. Okay. Okay, this is cinema. There we go. So hopefully I'll get enough like members one day. I'll be able to add this in. But that is cinema, which is not actually a YouTube thing. So rip, I suppose. But yeah, that is cinema. Creative stream. My time is burning. Santry, you good? Well, have a good one, man. Thanks for being here. Random games, how's it going? 14 days to live event. Oh yeah, I wonder when we see the timer in game. Worst take ever. Okay, Luke, I read that far too late. I don't know what. I don't know what you were. Damn it! I've got to stop doing that. I've no. So I do that a lot. It's a hard thing about streaming. I was watching again to mention this. I was watching Easter egg hunts for the Call of Duty Zombies game. I was watching people do the obviously the stuff, and chat would go, "Yo, bro, you've gone past it," and then he's like, "When?" And they'd be like, "It's the window." What window? I've gone. That might have been like 10 seconds ago. It's like, yeah, so, you can't win sometimes. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord and or become a member. Oh my god, it's Bearded J. Oh. I mean, I do technically still have a beard, but it's, it's a moustache. So. Okay, what? Okay, what is it doing? Oh, okay. Well, that helps if I, had it on that. Okay. That's it. Got to update it with Moustache J. Okay, that didn't work. Never mind. We move on, chat. We move on. Where's my source in this one? No theme. Rewind week. Chrome week. I'm going to do the creative stream. Never. I'm being stressy to some guy. What are we chatting about Discord? I was just having a disagreement with a video. Oh, it is what it is, chat. It is what it is. Oh, did not. What is happening here? Okay, YouTube's being so... So, you know when you go to your notification thing? Okay, what is it doing? It's now... I can't press anything. It's just copying the H... What is it doing? Is it... Am I good? Okay, what is going on here? I've got like sticky key. Maybe I got sticky keys. I know because it would happen on something else, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'll be able to interact with it. Okay, no one's hating me using prefabs. Yeah, you just gotta learn. You're gonna get that. Whatever you do in life, people are gonna hate you for whatever reason. Don't do that. Don't. Okay, no, it is. Okay, I don't know what's happened here. I must have like a sticky key. I might have to buy a new keyboard. Why does that only happen? Damn it, chat. What's happened here? Seems to be having some technical difficulties. Okay, so I can right click and open link a new tab, but now I can't. Why is it just downloading it? What is happening? Very weird. What is happening? Sorry, chat. I think we're going to have to end the stream because one, I'm tired. I've been streaming quite a lot, actually. 2 hours. Actually, how long did we react to that video? My bad, chat. Yeah. No, Jay? Okay. We just do just chatting then. So we do just chatting, so I become like an in. Do I need to do something silly? I jump on top of the green screen. That's what I do. That will get some views. You got a stream for 99 decades. 990 years. What? Yes. Okay. Well, that had to be a skeleton. Yes, I will be in the ether. I bet you can't live that long. Well. Who drinks more tea? British people or Irish people. I've no idea, bro. Just use anti-aging cream. You'll be fine. I saw something funny to me. So I've been doing a lot of clearing out downstairs. And, yeah, so... we've just had loads of posts for this person who's somewhere else at the moment. And I've been like, you need to pick this stuff up because it's starting to mount. And we've just been putting it everywhere. And it's just been going in the dining room for ages. And it's like, it was stashed. So I bought a paper shredder and completely shredded everything. Shredded. But when I was doing this and I was sorting out some business papers as well and some of my stuff, because my stuff also needs sorting, I came across... Actually, I might go downstairs and get it. I came across an ancient artifact. Actually, you know what? I don't know where I put it now because I'm still sorting out downstairs. I need to do it in file. But this is actually a piece of history, chat. Actually, let me go get it. It's a piece of history. House tour went. I'm not giving you a house tour. But anyway, essentially, so what did Mass Shadow say? Anti-aging cream. So I saw this skit once where the guy went, "Oh, have you got any issues with this product? Please bring it back." And it was like an anti-aging cream. I can't remember who it was. And it went, well, if I bring it back in like 5 years' time and the receipt is in better condition than my wife, can't get my money back or something. There's more wrinkles on my wife than there is on this receipt. I happen to find, no word of a lie, no one in chat will know what this is, a Walkman, and it looks brand spanking new. I was like, it doesn't even look discoloured. There's no, this is probably older than some people in chat. There's like no wrinkles, no nothing. It's in like good condition. I was like, what the hell? It's like, no way. It's like, how old? A Walkman? A CD Walkman? I would have to argue about 15 years old, at least. I was like, crazy. Anyway, rip CDs, chat. I was like, crazy. But when I saw that without not... So it was in some... Every other paper in this drawer was like crinkled. But that one thing, not a scratch on it. I was like, what the hell? But then there's me with like... just wrinkling away. I own it one fish movie on DVD. Remember the whole thing about Blu-ray? God, that must be a waste of money. Oh, like CDs, not so. CDs were an integral part of the ecosystem for quite a while. So I don't know how my hair just keeps like not sitting correctly. Like, what is happening? It needs a cut, really. But yeah, Blu-ray. Holy, that must be a waste of money. Oh, get ready for Blu-ray. Oh, get ready. And Blu-ray must have been a 6-month thing. All that talk and thing, and then it must have been around for like 2 minutes. Like Blu-ray must have been useful for 2 seconds. I know it went on game consoles as well for a bit, and I was just like, maybe for game consoles I actually can't type anything. I don't know what's happened to my keyboard. Is it because it's on there? Okay, for some reason I probably need to just, well, as I said, we'll just do chatting. I don't know what that is, Fluffy. I don't think we do. Yeah, but there was no need for Blu-ray. Is there a need for Blu-ray? I feel like it's the most useless thing ever. I feel like, obviously on computers, everyone now doesn't... No one... Do you have a CD-ROM driver? I don't have one. I feel like it was the most, like... Oh, this is going to be, like, the next big thing, and it just, like, wasn't. Just, you would have been fine with just normal CDs. And then we all went to streaming services. This is just... Blu-ray was just... not it. Anthony Gamer UK has been a tenant member for 49 months. That is insane, chat. W's 49, almost 50 months, chat. I don't know what 50 months is. Is that like 5 years? Holy! I think that's 5 years and 1 month. No, actually, I don't know. I can't do maths. But W's, whoever W's in the chat for Anthony Gamer UK, celebrating 49 months of membership. That is incredible. Can I just say? W's in chat. W's in chat. Where's the W's in chat? Thank you, Fluffy. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, I forgot they added a Simpsons site. Can you change this one? Sorry, can you change? Someone in chat said, I don't think... No, you can't. Which makes sense, because it is what it is. Why didn't they add Plopper and not Snowball or Santa's Little Helper is beyond me. Even though Snowball was in the first episode of that Simpsons thing. What are you wearing? A jacket. Brings out my shoulders. Bum, 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 bum. Do you like it? Don't you like it? Well, I'm bitterly disappointed. Jacket's clean. Appreciate it. You know, it's actually dirty. I didn't realise. I bought it a few weeks ago for something, and I didn't realise it's like dry clean only. It was a bit of money, so I thought it'd be like It's not stupid crazy money. So I don't know why. It's just why did they do it in material that could only use dry clean? It's a bit. You might as well just buy a new jacket. For how much a dry clean bill is going to be, it's ridiculous for it to be dry clean. I mean, if it's like $1,000, I'm like, well, yeah. But I'd be surprised if it was more than 50 quid. And you tell me it's dry clean only. Crazy. God, I really feel I need a haircut. There's just no point of it being dry clean only, is it? Is it? I don't think there is anyway. Like, if I'm going to buy something, I just want it to be easy. Oh, 40 wash, bang. Get it done, get it dusted. I can't write any. I don't know what's happened, but any sort of one of my controls just brings up like. I look like the younger one of her. I need a haircut. Fair enough. It's weird every time you use my profile. You're using me as your profile picture. So I'm like, who's that? Oh, yeah, it's me, isn't it? That probably should have become a emote. Did that become an emote? I'm not entirely sure. Did it become an emote? Can I not type anything then? Can I do anything on here? Oh, I might need a reset on that. Might need to go out and get a keyboard chat. So it is just a chatting stream because my keyboard's just gone to sleep apparently. Don't know what's happened, chat. It's done, dusted. I remember it exactly from the Lulu video when you died for him. Oh yeah, crazy times. W's. The only 2 times I played the Lulu. Out of the 80. Oh yeah, well, how did I die? I know how I died, but it was an unfortunate calibrations of events. Collabs of events. Synchronization of events led to a crazy death. Fortunate events. Fortune. It is what it is, chum. What can I say? Except, yeah, I'm going. Chat. There will be a video in probably about 20 minutes once I ended stream. So you got a video. But guys, if you want to buy anything in the Fortnite item shop, I was going to stop streaming like about half an hour ago, but everyone went, no, don't. But anyway, guys, code Mr. Joy in the Fortnite item shop. If you do buy anything, thank you very much. Appreciated. Thank you. But yeah, there should be a video out soon. So keep an eye out. Enjoy it. So yeah. But until next time, it has been your boy, mrjayowhy. Till next time.